In strategy, there's a dirty secret. We often ignore qualitative data because it's too hard to measure. Today, you'll learn how AnalyzeSentiments turns unstructured text into actionable sentiment intelligence, so you can stop guessing and start knowing. The problem is stark. Strategy professionals need to understand customers, employees, investors, and regulators, but data comes from everywhere: surveys, reviews, social posts. Each source has its own format and scale. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple: keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. Generic tools produce inconsistent scores, so you can't create a unified view or track trends. This leads to decisions based on fragments, not facts. Why do generic tools fail? They're built for broad text analysis, not strategy's nuanced needs. They miss context, like how investors use language differently from customers, and they don't normalize scores for comparison. The result is sentiment dashboards that are pretty but pointless. Let's explore the technical method. AnalyzeSentiments uses a proprietary pipeline. First, it ingests unstructured text from any source. Then, it applies domain-specific linguistic models that understand strategy jargon and tone. These models normalize sentiment onto a consistent scale from negative to positive with context weighting. Key concepts include score calibration and baseline establishment. Unlike simple keyword counters, we analyze sentence structure, irony, and stakeholder-specific cues to assign accurate scores. This debunks myths, like assuming all positive words mean positive sentiment. In strategy. Conservative might be praise or criticism. Now, the software solution. AnalyzeSentiments does three core things. It ingests data from APIs, files, or direct inputs. It establishes sentiment baselines for each stakeholder group, allowing apples-to-apples comparison. It calculates dynamic scores over time with full audit trails for compliance. You can model scenarios, like simulating a product launch's effect on customer sentiment, and see visual projections. Let me walk you through a hypothetical example. Imagine a healthcare company with patient feedback forms and staff surveys. We input this text into AnalyzeSentiments. The software processes it, outputting sentiment scores. Patients at 7, 2 out of 10, staff at 5, 8. Over 6 months after policy changes, we track scores. Staff sentiment rises to 6, 9, indicating improved morale without patient impact. This shows how measurable outcomes inform strategy adjustments. For compliance and reporting, AnalyzeSentiments generates clear reports with visualizations that stakeholders, from boards to regulators, can easily digest. The system aligns with data governance standards, providing documented trails for audits. You can export findings for presentations or submissions, ensuring transparency. In summary, AnalyzeSentiments gives you quantitative clarity on stakeholder sentiment, unifying disparate data into reliable trends for proactive strategy. To explore how it can empower your organization,